I'm Leah Braddell. I'm the CEO of DataBiologics. We're a digital health solution platform today tracking treatments in regenerative medicine, but we intend to take it beyond that. Our goal and our mission is accelerating access to innovation in medicine. We've heard a lot about data at this meeting and the power it has to unlock a new future for medicine, and I'm going to show you exactly how we intend to do that, but it's not what you quite expect. So everyone has pain. This isn't new information. Probably everyone in this room has experienced it to some degree. You can't ignore it. It's a big problem. But when you're faced with it, today your options are medications, steroid injections, or surgery. Patients want something in between. And what if I told you that the solution already exists within your body, and we can use and harness the body's own healing mechanisms to restore function and reduce pain and increase longevity and avoid things like joint replacements? People want this, they're looking for it, and they're willing to pay cash. This is an entirely cash pay business. It's growing fast, and it's expected to reach $150 billion in the next 5 years. But it's the Wild West. Most of these treatments are expensive. They lack transparency in outcomes. In fact, the picture you're seeing here, one of the most common treatments in the space today in orthobiologics is platelet-rich plasma. There are over 60 different devices on the market, and what you see is one patient's blood processed with multiple different devices. Not one is the same. Physicians are left to figure out the recipe on their own. Patients are left to figure out what's going to work for them. There's no reimbursement. There's no insurance dictating this. There's also no referral networks dictating this. So we want to bring some clarity to the space. So our solution today is a simple data collection platform. We enable easy enrollment of patients into the platform by physicians, tracking very nuanced details about the patient, about the treatment delivered, as well as products. Patients respond to very simple surveys, and then we've developed a number of proprietary tools and analytics to deliver those insights back to the clinic. Our physician founders designed DataBiologics to meet their own need for personalizing treatment plans for their regenerative practices that rely heavily on marketing to patients to convince them that these treatments are worth the cash rather than the insurance-paid steroid injections. And being physician-founded is a major advantage in our MVP development. Our network is built and our unique database has amassed one of the largest registries in the space today, and it continues to grow. We can easily scale and expand products, procedures, even new use cases. Today I'm in regenerative, but I'm also building out applications in urology and gynecology and many more as regenerative medicine touches the entire field of medicine. And I might say my database is biased, but it's biased in a good way. It's built by the top names in regenerative medicine. The physician founders are leaders and pioneers in the field. They've developed these techniques for decades. They've trained others, and they've expanded the knowledge base through publications and others. Their friends have come on board, and they've enrolled patients. We have close to 12,000 cases now collected in the registry, exactly what you need for advanced solutions like AI to learn what works best and for who, and then get that information out efficiently. So what does our data say? 91% of people are satisfied with orthobiologics treatments. In fact, of those that are satisfied, 20% of them are extremely satisfied. And at 12 months, they're still seeing a more than 50% improvement in their function and a reduction in pain. These treatments work, but they work when they're done effectively, and we want to make sure that people can find those solutions. So our founders are 3 regenerative medicine physicians. The database and the product, as well as our revenue, have grown organically over the last couple of years, simply through their network effect. Most of our members, as well as our advisory board, are some of the top and thought leaders in the space, running the societies that govern the advancement of these treatments. But as practicing physicians, we've heard from a lot of physicians running companies, our physicians realized that they needed somebody experienced in commercialization to really drive the business forward and scale us as a tech company, which is where I come in. I'm the CEO, but I'm also the lead data scientist and creative analytics director for our company's solutions going forward, and how we're going to integrate things like AI but also advanced tools and technologies like blockchain to deliver more efficiency and more transparency and ownership to data, especially as things become more complex. And you can have good data all day long. So I said this in a panel this morning. A white paper and an FDA approval gets you in the door, but it doesn't mean your product's going to sell. There's a lot of roadblocks in the way that prevent good technologies from adopting. And really what it comes down to is facilitating the epiphany. I spent decades in disruptive devices, predominantly in robotic surgery. I spent over 10 years driving adoption of robotic techniques with intuitive surgical from infancy to standard of care. And what I learned is data is not enough. You have to show and enable the patient and the doctor to find these techniques and technologies, understand the data generally, but more importantly, their own data, and help them communicate that to the right stakeholders to reduce the barriers, whether that's investment in technology or it's investment directly from payers or investment from their peers in changing their referral patterns for something that's better. And I'm up for the challenge because this market is huge. My business plan and solutions that we can enable can reach a $25 billion addressable market. And we intend to power the ecosystem of regenerative medicine. So what does that mean? You have different stakeholders. You have providers. You have patients. Providers need to find the right techniques, find the right training, be entrenched with their peer network, and exchange information in real time as they're evolving their solutions. Patients need to find the doctors that are doing it well and have the right tools for them. But they also need to understand the options, and they need those to be paid for. So how can we enable payers, employers, as well as device makers to efficiently provide their solutions and training to both providers and patients throughout the ecosystem? Our advanced tools built on currently our proprietary database, advancing those with AI and blockchain solutions will drive these efficiencies to enable an efficient exchange of value and a delivery of care that works. Our core product offering, we have very simple subscriptions today. Our per provider licenses are paid for by the clinics and by device makers. And depending on the need, they have a number of solutions of ours to choose from. And our market opportunity for the strategy and vision that I've laid out is $10 billion. I've hired the team. We've brought on 7 contract commission-only sales reps who are already executing on the plan. And we're well on our way to achieve our revenue goals this year. In fact, just this quarter alone, we've achieved more revenue than we've achieved in the last 2 years of organic growth. I have a deep network of talent across the field. I've done a lot of jobs in a lot of places. And certainly my team that you see here heads up our sales, analytics, operations, customer success, as well as strategy. And we have identified all other important team members going forward to help us grow. So I'm looking for a $3 million seed investment to get us off the ground, primarily to drive revenue and sales and marketing on our core products and services today, but also developing our AI solutions, which I'm just starting to map out with our development team. And I've already mapped out our blockchain integration solutions, and we'll be releasing that in the next 2 quarters to our existing platform. We have a number of exits, so this is really how we intend to maximize the return on investment for anyone who wants to come and support our mission, predominantly in the clinical research or consulting organizations, all the way through to consumer education and physician locators. And thanks for your attention. Happy to chat after the session today, and I hope you have a great meeting.